Hey there, folks. What I have here is my Redencion, my Chavez knives Redencion number 3. So this is one of the original folders that Ramon made. It was number 3. I was lucky enough to get number 3, and I keep repeating myself. It's number 3. But if you guys seen my videos in the past, this started out originally as I believe it had a bead blast with a gold clip, and then Ramon was cool enough to offer some touch-up work, so I had it anodized blue with the gold clip, the gold rock pattern, backspacer. It seems to be just a blank canvas to me. So recently I sent it to Thailand to a gentleman named Panja Poju, and I'll put his link below. I'll give his information on Instagram, and I saw some of his work that he's done on Instagram, and I think the first time I noticed him was, I believe he did some work for Jesper Vox knives. He engraved one of his snails, and I was like, who is this guy? So I promptly contacted Panja, and I sent my Redencion over there, just the scales and the clip. And this is what we have now. So Panja uses Booleano engraving, which is a fine detail engraving using like a very small tool, a graver. I'm not sure if he uses an electronic tool, but it's a small graver. He does it by hand. You guys might be familiar with like Booleano dot engraving. And it's basically what he does. By hand, he produces these little micro lines and these micro dots to create these different shadows on the titanium and to create these beautiful shapes and designs. He puts skulls there, and I know I'm talking really fast, but I'll go really slow with the macro. It was kind of difficult to film it with my regular light. The engraving is not as deep as some of the ones you may have seen. It's deep enough. It's definitely deeper on this side than on this lighter side, on the lock side. But on the show side, it's deeper, but it's still kind of difficult because he basically sanded it down to a satin finish because it was an orange peel, and then he proceeded to do the carving. All right, enough yammer. So actually, when I sent it to Panja, I actually didn't know what pattern I wanted on it. Initially, I thought I was going to go with one of his leaf patterns. If you look on his Instagram page, you'll see the different styles of engraving he does. And then as it evolved and time passed by, I came up with the idea of, inspired by my good friend Supervillain with his beautiful marsh knife, and I wanted something similar. So I asked Panja if he can do this beautiful lady on my handle, on my Redencion, and he did. Everything else he came up with, he did the skulls to stick with the skull clip. So he did this skull theme. Hopefully the video captures that. He also did this vines with the background, for the background. It's a good shot of the skulls. Now, this is all done by hand by Panja. It's painstakingly long. It's a very slow, tedious process. Panja's books are closed now, but who knows? Maybe you can hit him up. He may do it for you. I don't know. I can't guarantee that. I'm sure he's taken a lot of orders since. Just to give you a timeline, folks, I sent my knife to him 7 months ago, and I just received it this week. So it did take a little bit of time. Give you guys some boobage over there. There you go. Some buttocks. And more skulls. Yeah, I can't really tell because I'm looking at it through the viewfinder. I'm hoping that the light's not too bright and not shining off the satin too much. But yeah, it's just amazing work. I mean, the details, folks. He did this by hand. These little, let's see if I can get closer. little tiny dots that he puts come up with this artwork. Okay, let's do the skull clip. So he reversed it on the skull clip. So if you guys see it over here, if you flip it like this, I guess just to stay with the flow of the skull clip, he put a Grim Reaper. All right. And again, it's hard for me to see, but hopefully you guys can see it with good detail. He's holding like a lantern. And I believe down here he's even got some gravestones. I don't know, and I'll probably see it the same as you guys. I don't know if Panja signed his name here somewhere. He may have. I can't see it too well. But yeah, on this side it's a little bit lighter. So I do have to be kind of careful carrying this around. I definitely can't pocket this because this side, this engraving is very light. So any contact with like change or other knives or my key bar might just scratch it up. So yeah, so he put like a little moon over there, and I think some crows flying around. And again, the Grim Reaper. Yeah, so I was very excited. I was so happy when he finally started to work, and yeah, I had to be super patient because it did take a little bit of time. A little bit of time. If you guys want to check out cooler, much detailed engraving, go check out Supervillain's channel, and you'll see his Jeremy Marsh knife and just how gorgeous his engraving is on his, which is what inspired me to seek out someone like Panja Poju. Look at that. Look at that face. She is gorgeous. I did request an Asian lady. Yes, I did. So that's interesting. That must be the light meter. I'm seeing like a red bar right here scrolling, and I don't know what that means. Hopefully it's not going to affect the video. But I've never shot in such low lighting because, again, because of the satin, it would be very, very difficult to show you guys the work that Panja did. So I got to kind of do it like this. And I got to constantly seek out the different angles so you can see the depth in the sculpting. And hopefully you guys can see it. Alright. Hopefully that was enough. Hopefully I held it steady enough for you guys. Yeah. So that's my Ramon Chavez knife. Redencion number 3. Alright folks. Venus and Steel coming up soon. Peace.